BingX, a trusted global crypto exchange. Trade spot, futures, or copy top traders easily. Sign up via the link or referral code to get 30 USDT instantly, plus up to 1,500 USDT in bonuses for verification, deposit, and trading.
Donald Trump declared the Gaza conflict effectively concluded, stating the region is poised for normalization as he commenced his journey to Israel amidst anticipation for the release of hostages held by Hamas. Speaking to reporters aboard Air Force One en route from Washington, D.C. to Israel, Trump unequivocally asserted, "The war is over, you understand that." When questioned about the future of the Middle East, he expressed confidence, stating, "I think it's going to normalize." This assertion arrives as a fragile ceasefire enters its third day in Gaza, preceding the anticipated exchange of Israeli hostages for Palestinian prisoners and ahead of Trump's scheduled address to Israel's parliament. Across Gaza, a significant number of Palestinians continued their movement northward towards Gaza City, the epicenter of Israeli military operations for the past 2 months. Their return is fueled by a hopeful expectation that the ceasefire signals the definitive end to the hostilities. Israel anticipates the commencement of the release of all 20 living hostages on Monday morning, a pivotal moment that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu described in a televised statement as the beginning of a new path. A path of building, a path of healing, and I hope a path of uniting hearts. This sentiment of renewed hope appears to be widespread. Abdu Abu Siada, a resident of Gaza, conveyed a sense of profound joy among the population, though he cautioned that this elation is significantly tempered by the pervasive exhaustion following 2 years of devastating conflict that has left much of Gaza in ruins. Government spokesperson Shosh Bedrosian confirmed Israel's expectation for the initial release of hostages early Monday morning, with the 20 living individuals to be freed in a single group. She added that Israel stood ready to receive any hostages released earlier than scheduled. This initial handover of living hostages is slated to be followed by the repatriation of the bodies of the remaining 28 deceased hostages. The terms of the ceasefire agreement stipulate that Hamas is obligated to release all remaining hostages by noon on Monday, bringing closure to the abductions that occurred during the surprise attack on Israel on October 7, 2023, which triggered the ongoing war. In parallel, Israel is set to release 1,700 Palestinian prisoners held since the same date, along with 22 Palestinian minors and the bodies of 360 militants. Bedrosian clarified that the prisoner release would proceed only after the living hostages have safely reached Israeli territory. Highlighting preparedness for any eventuality, Israel's hostage coordinator, Gal Hirsch, announced earlier in the week the formation of a task force dedicated to locating the remains of any deceased hostages that Hamas may be unable to identify. Trump's itinerary includes his arrival in Israel on Monday for his address to the Knesset, followed by his travel to Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, to participate in a global summit focused on achieving a resolution to the Gaza war. Mahmoud Abbas, the president of the Palestinian Authority, is also expected to attend this crucial summit, according to a report from an Axios reporter on Sunday, citing a senior Palestinian official. Prior to these developments, Trump's Middle East envoy Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner addressed a rally in Tel Aviv on Saturday, an event where many Israelis voiced their fervent hope for the hostages' release and an end to the conflict. The United States, in collaboration with Egypt, Qatar, and Turkey, played a central role in mediating what has been characterized as a preliminary agreement between Israel and Hamas, encompassing both a ceasefire and the reciprocal release of hostages and prisoners. Demonstrators at the Tel Aviv rally, such as Dalia Yosef, expressed overwhelming gratitude, stating, "For 2 years we have been waiting for this day, for this moment. All of us feel happy for the family, for the hostages, that finally we will see them," with a specific acknowledgement of Trump's role in facilitating this breakthrough. In the aftermath of the hostage exchange, Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz indicated that the military intends to dismantle the underground tunnel network constructed by Hamas in Gaza. Reports from Palestinians returning to northern Gaza paint a grim picture of widespread devastation, with rescue workers issuing warnings about the potential presence of unexploded ordnance and bombs in the affected areas. Amjad al-Shawa, who leads a Palestinian organization coordinating aid efforts, estimated that an urgent need exists for approximately 300,000 tents to provide temporary shelter for an estimated 1.5 million displaced Gazans. The sheer scale of the destruction has left many deeply shaken. Rami Muhammad Ali, a 37-year-old who recently traversed 15 kilometers on foot from Deir al-Balah to Gaza City with his son, described the scene by phone,